Hey, I just wanted to get a quick video off today. Something really crazy happened to me with my car again. And anybody that owns a 2008 Toyota Prius, this is for you. Okay, so the information online about the 2008 is one of the issues they've had is, or the reported issues is that they have what they call a bladder fuel tank. And what's been happening is, they say that these bladder tanks start to shrink over time, and you can't actually put in as much gas as you used to be able to put in. Like, I think it takes like about 11 gallons of fuel. And when I bought this vehicle, of course, I bought it used. And the owners even, came out and told me that, one problem they've had is that the fuel gauge is not accurate. So when we fill up, it registers full, but then, not long after that, it starts going down, and then it'll go down to near empty, but it would keep flashing. It had a little square that would flash, which is like a warning signal for you to get gas. Well, what I've been doing is I've been tracking my mileage, and it's been pretty accurate doing that. So I know that I can get usually between 400 and 500 miles on a tank of gas. Well, one day, recently, just the other day, I pushed it a little too far. I was driving along, getting ready to head to my mother-in-law's house, and all of a sudden, I get this bright red triangle, like warning, death warning. And then my vehicle started to slow. And I had just passed the gas station, thinking that I had plenty of gas, and I decided, well, I better turn this puppy around. And I barely got to the gas pump. Like, I had to shut it down because I had to go up a hill. I shut it down, and when I shut it down, I was praying that it was going to start back up again, because now I was thinking about, okay, now I'm going to have this thing towed. And so I got to the gas, I hit the start button again. It cranked up just enough to get me to the pump. Well, I sat at the pump and I put in a couple of gallons of gas just to make sure I had some gas. And then I looked up on my phone, and I was using AI to see what the potential problem could be. Well, it listed all kinds of major problems. It mentioned, well, you could be out of gas, you could have some kind of brake issue, the coolant, you could have a problem. There was like a long list of things. I'm thinking, oh my God, now I got to go and take this thing into the shop. And luckily, I had my little reader. I forget the name of it. I'll put a link to in the description, and hopefully on the video I'll show you an image of it. But I plugged that in, and it started scanning, the onboard computer, and it was coming up, ran out of fuel. Even after I put the gas in, I still had warning lights, check engine, and all of that. But then shortly, I ran the full scan, and it said everything was clear. There's no other codes. So I just cleared the codes from this device, and now the thing's running like a charm. Thank God I had that little device to let me know, that it wasn't any more than just the fact that I ran out of gas. So the lesson here is, you can't push it too far. If you've got a gauge that's not reading correctly, like mine, I would suggest probably not, 400 miles might be the limit you should keep as a reference to fill up your tank, or fill it up more often. But I just wanted to know, and I'm kind of glad it happened, because now I know where the range is. And so maybe my tank, the bladder has shrunk a little bit, because it's supposed to hold 11 gallons, and I was figuring I should be able to get over 500 miles on a tank of gas, and I think my gauge was reading about 460 something from what I remember. So, you know, this was a kind of like a lesson, not a hard lesson, because if it was a hard lesson, I'd be stranded somewhere. And it seems like whenever I've had car problems, they've been local. Thank God that, you know, they were around, you know, my home area and not on a highway or, you know, or out in another remote area where I'd get stranded. Even though I do have coverage for that too, but you know, it's just better to be safe than be sorry. But I highly recommend anybody get one of these devices. I want to say it's called Blue, but and if I was in my car, I would show it to you. So I'll take an image and show you what it looks like. It's an app that connects to your phone with a little OBS reader. It's a wireless Bluetooth reader that plugs under your dash, and it basically scans your car. And the reason why I bought it is when I was looking for vehicles, I wanted to know what was going on with the vehicles that I was looking at. So it was a way for me to look internally, you know, to see if anybody like cleared codes or if there's any codes in there that they weren't revealing to me. So I just thought that would be a great tool, and it's come in handy. I forget what I paid for it. It was a one-time fee. Some of them you have to pay a subscription, and I didn't want to get into any subscription service because I don't use it every day. But when I need it, I need it. And I also use it for the other vehicle too. So it's not going to tell you, I don't think it's going to tell you any kind of like major mechanical issues like you know, if your stress or something are going bad. But if it's got any kind of indicator, such as engine and transmission and all that kind of stuff, you know, your major things, it's going to help you figure that out. So I hope this video is going to help somebody else. I wish I had, you know, seen another video that somebody posted warning me about this. Sometimes you have to learn by doing it the hard way, and it's not always the right way. But I'm glad it happened when it did. And although I looked at my day as being, oh man, this is going to really ruin my day. This is in the morning too, so I had to go to work yesterday, or it was the day before, and so. So I'm glad that I didn't have to miss a day of work. And I'll show you my little car. That's it right there. I've got about 155, almost 156,000 miles on it. It's still doing pretty good. As I said before, there's some things about it that I do not like at all. Like if anybody on here is watching this and they have this year model, one of the biggest gripes I have with it is that when I get out of the car, my door locks do not automatically unlock, meaning not just my passenger side, but my rear, because I'm constantly getting into the rear door. If anybody has an idea of what to do about that, if it's even possible, if there's a setting that I don't know about, that would be nice to know. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell if you want to get notified of another video. My next video is going to be probably talking about technology. So if you want to know more about that, mainly AI. So I'm really into the AI, and I really want to dive deep and tell you all the fun things that I've been discovering with AI. So take care, have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.